Hello and welcome to Record Rap, the Adventist Record News Podcast. It's Thursday, May 22. I'm Juliana Muniz.
And I'm Jankiewicz.
In this week's episode, Spiritual Decisions marked the latest Catalyst graduation. Pacific Adventist University launched a new PhD program, and a volunteer group helps rebuild classrooms in Vanuatu. But first, Ashley, can you tell us what's making headlines this week?
Last month, Oakwood University, an Adventist institution in Alabama, United States, announced the appointment of its 12th and first woman president. Dr. Gina Spivey Brown will assume leadership on July 1st of this year. With previous roles at other major Adventist universities, she was also the 2023 Gold Award winner from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, an honor that recognizes her work in medicine and healthcare. According to Dr. G. Alexander Bryant, chair of the Oakwood University Board of Trustees, the university is excited to welcome Dr. Gina Spivey Brown to the Oakwood family. In other news, emerging research has shown that poetry can benefit your mental health in a variety of ways. It helps articulate feelings and emotions, giving voice to identity struggles and encouraging a greater self-awareness. Poetry has also been shown to foster empathy, one study finding that poetry can decrease stigma against incarcerated individuals and that poems are more effective at humanizing prisoners than news stories. Increased empathy can also help us build and strengthen personal relationships. Therapists have even used poetry to support trauma victims with encouraging results.
Why exactly does it humanize prisoners?
Because poetry can help you see their perspective and gives you more empathy towards them, other than just facts about them.
I think in this week's episode of Record Live, they also talk about empathy, right?
They do, yeah. This week's episode is called Sinister or Saintly? Is Empathy a Sin?
You can watch it on YouTube or listen to the podcast, which is available from Friday morning. Now back to the South Pacific. A volunteer group in Malekula District, Vanuatu, has helped rebuild classrooms at Aore Adventist Academy, which was severely damaged by Cyclone Harold in 2020. The group, known as PLBW, includes church members from 4 local congregations and formed as part of the I Will Go discipleship initiative. Since then, they've expanded their focus to rebuilding churches, schools, and clinics across the islands. Their work at Aore was supported by insurance funding and local fundraising efforts through the Aore Foundation. The group plans to continue traveling across Vanuatu to support communities affected by natural disasters. Pacific Adventist University has launched a new PhD program in education and business, expanding its postgraduate offerings and research focus. The announcement was made during the university's combined convocation and graduation ceremony held on February 24 on the Koyari Park campus near Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. Designed to support advanced research and leadership development, the new PhD program will provide opportunities for students to explore topics relevant to the Pacific region, contributing to education and business innovation in Papua New Guinea and beyond. Catalyst's latest cohort graduated the discipleship program on May 9, but for 4 of the 10 graduates, graduation night was also a moment of spiritual recommitment. Before receiving their certificates, Lindsay Bachbot, Angela Rayner, Natasha Rodway, and Barbara Romero were rebaptized at Catalyst's first baptism ceremony.
It's the celebration of everything that we've been embracing. It's the highlight, I think, of what we've been through.
That's Miss Bachbot. She explained the decision for baptism was a result of the personal and spiritual growth they experienced in the program. More specifically, after the wilderness retreat, which focused on identity, purpose, and connection with God.
The wilderness really revealed our true identity in God. The wilderness really made us realize that we are worthy.
Institute of Discipleship Director Pastor Gilbert Kenji explained the spontaneous decisions were a surprise, but also a highlight of the program's impact.
And mind you, we didn't make a call for this. It was unsolicited for adults. Okay? They were not teenagers or kids, expressing the notion that they have come to a deep understanding of the goodness of God. For me, that was a high moment. The fact that you have people who come to a course and then ending on the other side feeling the deep desire to renew their faith and to make a new beginning with God.
Catalyst is a 12-week immersive skill-based discipleship adventure hosted on Avondale University's Lake Macquarie campus. The program is designed to encourage participants to identify their spiritual gifts, grow in confidence, and find their place in ministry. 50-year-old Angela Rayner, who was also rebaptized, is returning to Queensland with more confidence to share Jesus.
It was intensely challenging but intensely rewarding. And through the highs and lows of 10 people you never met before, it has been the best 12 weeks of my entire life. So I found now a new passion to share. I've learned what my gifts are. I knew some of them already, but I was surprised by a few. I don't know where the future's going to take me exactly. I'm going back to South Queensland. I'm going to do what I can in my sphere. I already have been working, but I can share my faith more intelligently now. I know I can because I have been doing it already.
And that wraps up this week's episode of Record Rep. Thank you for tuning in.
Don't forget to visit our website at record.adventistchurch.com and follow us on social media for more updates and stories. You can also receive news straight to your inbox by subscribing to our weekly e-newsletter.
We'll be back next week with more news from around the South Pacific Division. See you then.
This is an Adventist Media podcast.